Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into the stream. For those of you who are just tuning in on Twitch, or to those who are just watching on YouTube later on after the stream is concluded, thank you for taking time out of your day and watching the video, watching the stream. Our guests today are 11th MEU, ran by Miss Burns, and our second guest is Field Team. We will be discussing Field Team's recent declaration of war against MSOR. So, like any other stream, it's a BYOB. I hope you guys got your drinks, because I got mine like always. Alright, without further ado, I'll be getting our first guest in here. So, hang tight, take a sip. Shit. Hello. Hello. Alright. Before we start, just make sure you have your audio included.
Good, I don't know, my fucking Xbox app's so weird. Good, dude.
Alright, good to go?
Yep.
Alright, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself with a name, rank, and unit?
Name, rank, and unit. Alright. Burns XVI, that's my name. I am a first lieutenant in the 11th Marine Expeditionary Unit, online military simulation team. Officer in command.
Tell us about the 11th MEU. Start from the beginning if you will.
To mean start from the beginning, like...
Just tell us about the unit, really. Just, it could be basic stuff or something.
Alright, well, as included in the name, we emulate the United States Marine Corps, specifically the 11th Marine Expeditionary Unit, the real one. This is created by myself and founded by Jocular Soul and USMC-5 Marmohood, if you know them.
What made you choose the name 11th MEU?
All the other units were taken, and apparently this one was too.
Even the 31st out of Okinawa?
Yeah.
You don't see them too much. You're Battlefield 4 Milsim, correct?
Yes.
Alright, we'll start with this question. What are your thoughts on the BF4 community as of now?
Oh, wait. Honestly, I've been doing Milsim for, I think, 4 years, and it's not as good as it was. when it started off, or at least when I started off. But I feel like it's moving in a different direction, and at this point, I'm kind of uncertain whether it's going up or down. It's, in my opinion, fluctuating. It gets good, it gets bad, but usually when there's a common enemy, it tends to peak. But it's different, but I think I like it all the same. It's just getting a little bit with the same game.
Alright. Any thoughts on the BF1 side of the community?
I haven't really been too involved with them. A little bit. I don't really know too much about it. I've been in a couple operations in my prior teams that I was in, but I haven't really been too involved in the I guess in the general concept of it. It's a fun game, but I feel like it's just a little bit outdated and just unprepared for Milsim. I mean, it can be done, but I just feel as if it's has to be too regulated to the point where it's not even that fun to really succeed.
Alright. Are there any plans for the 11th to move over to BF1?
Negative.
Alright. Next question I have is, are there any problems you see in the community that could be fixed?
There's a couple problems. There's definitely a lot, but a couple problems that probably come to mind is just the general sportsmanship in the community. I personally feel like it should be done face to face. At least trash talks should be done face to face and not behind a computer screen. Because it's not really diplomacy if it's not face to face, or at least voice to voice. But definitely, I feel like communication could be definitely better. Understand that some people warmonger. Warmongering is fine as long as they're doing it for the right reasons. But if you just do it to keep your guys entertained, that's a good reason in my opinion. But just picking fights that you shouldn't be picking and just talking shit, regardless because you can, is kind of not necessary in my opinion. That could definitely be fixed in the right direction. Not saying that's most likely not going to happen, but it could definitely be fixed. But other than that,
Alright. Shit. Where is it? What do you think causes the most problems? God damn, I'm getting blown up over here.
causes the most problems in the community.
Yes.
Oh boy. Definitely the last subject, which is talking shit. People don't like when people talk shit, especially when you're in a Milsim, correct? Right?
Yes.
Or like 3 or something. It's probably a little bit frustrating, right, when you have people talking shit that you've never really heard of. And I could probably talk, or at least represent a little bit of people that I've known in the community that are in charge of teams right now. That if someone that you don't know starts talking shit to you, it kind of annoys you to the point where it's like, alright, well, you're just talking shit so you can, so why don't you back that up? And that definitely causes problems in the community. Just overall communication causes problem in the community to a point. I feel like the community chat definitely does a good job of causing problems in the community.
Alright. Is the 11th MEU in any wars or conflicts at the moment?
Yes, we are assisting field team in their war against Umslar.
What brought the 11th into that war?
Well, that'd be going back a long time. So I've known Anarchy. He was in charge of First Main. I was in COG at that time. And touched bases there. We touched bases a little bit when field team went afar. But he offered us help because he heard that I was making a team, and we were pretty good acquaintances at that time. And we figured that we could not only be there for one of our friendly units that are friendly with us, but increase relations while doing that. And sort of like that football game where you're going against a shitty team for your first game ever, so it's a blowout, so like increases your guys' morale in this war to not only back up our friendly unit, but to make sure that we have everything scarred before we get into any bigger conflicts.
Alright, rock on. Alright, this next question, I tell everyone who who's been on the stream, they can be as honest as they can. Question is, who do you think makes the most trouble in the community?
Honestly, I'd rather not say.
Alright then.
That's a good answer.
Alright, last question we have. What do you wish to see changed in the community?
I think I've touched bases a little bit on this. Just the general communication and how people talk to each other. The diplomacy definitely needs to get better. Especially people talking respectfully to each other and sportsmanship in general. Just making sure everyone's on the same page and friendly with each other. As I said, conflicts will arise. It's just human nature. But at least do that in a competent, professional manner instead of just talking shit behind your Twitter screens.
Right. I guess with it being the internet, there's bound to be stuff like that happening.
Especially all the little kids are in the Milsim community, not really guided in the proper way of acting like a grown-up. So that definitely creates problems.
Need some Vietnam vets on here, man. Just start like slapping some kids around.
Although,
Fucking, they used to do that, man. A lot of the old drill instructors used to be Vietnam vets, and you screw up, they beat the shit out of you.
yeah.
It's real military shit, but alright, Ms. Burns, again, we thank you for taking time to join us on the stream.
No problem.
We look forward to having you on board the stream in the future, and you're always welcome to come on board if there was like some surprise development or something going on with the team.
Alright, sounds good.
Alright, you go ahead and follow. We'll get our next guest in here.
Alright, have a good one.
You too. Alright, gents and ladies, that was Miss Burns of the 11th MEU. And I know you guys are probably trash talking, but whatever. I am pour me another glass of rum. Because, you know, it's not a real stream unless someone's drinking. Our next guest is going to be USMC FT Pecker, the Gunnery Sergeant of FT. He will be joining us and we will be discussing their war with MSOR. If you have to go to the bathroom, do it now. But too late, because I'm done. Let's go. This actually may be a quick stream tonight. We were hoping that Mr. Craig and Mr. Crusader at USMC FT Liger, if you guys have them on Twitter, were going to join us on the stream, but it appears they have things to do. What those things are, we will never know. Well, unless they tell us. But let's get our guest in here. If I can find where. Almost forgot to add him. But oh god, the Marines. What's up, man? Can you hear me? Hello? Hey, Pecker, can you hear me? Yo.
I'm good to go.
Alright, make sure make sure you include your audio. Yeah, just go to the party and you should see like a little box and you should check. Soldier phone.
Alright, done.
Alright. Welcome on the stream, man.
Hey, thank you. Good to be here.
If I'm not mistaken, you just got back from a deployment or something?
No, I just got back. I was on a field up about for a minute.
What, out of Pendleton or somewhere on the East Coast?
No, I'm East Coast. I'm stationed at Cherry Point.
Fucking Cherry Point. A lot of the Marines I meet are always on the West Coast or something. They don't want to shit. Alright. Like I said in the stream earlier, like, what we want to talk about here is a recent declaration of war by FT against MSOR. Oh, shit.
Alright, I'm good.
I mean, what led up to the war doc being dropped?
So they had said that some of our guys were still in Valor and tried to poach members from the team and generally tried to undermine our command staff.
When I said that,
So,
were they trying to like call out people that everyone already knew were service members, or were they just like
yes.
who were they trying to call out?
Reaper and Archer.
Is it one of them army?
One of them went through boot camp and failed out at the end. He got dropped for medical and joined the army afterward. The other one is a combat vet who was with 1st Battalion 8th Marines down at Lejeune.
They try to say that both of those gentlemen were SVs.
Yes.
They didn't have, like, they said that, but they didn't try to like back it up. They were saying, "Oh, this guy's SV" or whatnot.
It was all hearsay, and they blew it out of proportion. We have discussed it with those individuals and determined that those allegations were false. So basically, what happened is they didn't. Both of the members weren't a party, and they got what they were talking about switched around. Accused a member of lying about their service.
That's that's weird, man. I mean, we got
Yeah.
a while back. This is one on the 26th, just after Thanksgiving. I was out of town, so really just out of town. Plus, after I talked to them on the 26th, I got drunk and forgot about it. So when I saw the whole MSOR war decoration thing, I was like, I just heard that shit before. But
Yeah, so one allegation was dropped against Archer, and then I believe it was a week or so later, an allegation was dropped against Reaper. So it's very odd to us that they would bring up
and Craig knows
two
about this.
cases.
He knows both of them. Both of them are actual service members.
Yes, well, he's so when he left field team, he assaulted service members within the team, myself included, saying that doesn't matter that we were service members, think about leadership, this, that, and the other. So it's caused a rift between us and Craig. It's nothing against the members of SOR per se. It's an issue that has transpired over the last 9-10 months with Craig. He left field team earlier in the year, said he was going to be gone for a while, wanted to handle family issues, came back and promptly tried to take control of the team again. That didn't sit well with the members, with basically telling us that what we had done to build up field team over that time didn't mean anything because it was his team. We decided that it was not the best course of action for the team, and took offense to that and has been trying to undermine our command ever since. We see this purely as him trying to tear the team apart from the inside out. At the end of the day, the allegations he's leveled have been proven false, and we just see it as him trying to undermine field team and destroy what we have worked hard to build within the community.
Right. If you don't mind, I want to read what he sent. Well, not what Craig sent me. What Crusader sent to us on MNN. He goes, "Good afternoon. My name is Sergeant Major Crusader. I help run a team with Colonel Craig, former FT Colonel, our CO. We have important information regarding the current state of FT, including treason, stolen valor, mutiny, as well as countless scandals. We at MSOR are disappointed at the current state of FT. It does not represent the legacy created by Colonel Craig. We would like to set up a meeting with you going over exactly what has taken place over the past few months. Please help us bring light to the situation so that the community can better understand the situation at hand. Regards." And like I said, I completely forgot about it until I saw the war doc, and we blame alcohol for that. And so I was talking to them yesterday or the day before about setting up a schedule, like getting them on the stream, because like it was just after we got the 11th MEU like on board. We're like, okay, what's our next quest gonna be? Well, why not go with MSOR? We'll get their side, then we'll do FT and get their side. That way, people will put 2 and 2 together, kind of like a whole zipper effect.
Well, we haven't had any contact with Founder. He's or with Craig. He's leveled everything through Crusader, and frankly, it's kind of irritating because I know in our line chats we've been talking to Crusader, and he's saying, "Oh, well, I can't discuss that," and we're just wondering why one individual who is at liberty to discuss that doesn't want to sit down and talk with us.
Well, we had it to
there was no
where
treason.
Yeah, we had it to where they say, okay, we'll be on, we'll talk about the situation, and everything is good. And when I was talking to Anarchy about like getting you as either him or you as the third guest. That way we can hear FT's side. The original time, it's like, okay, if I can't do it, then I'll have my gunnery sergeant do it. And he messaged me, alright, my gunnery sergeant's gonna be there in my place. Okay. Then we made the little post, like the post that said that you were gonna be joining us on the stream tonight. That came way after MSOR agreed to, like, okay, yeah, we'll be on board. And as soon as that post went up, I want to say at least 20 minutes, maybe 30, we get word from MSOR. We're going to have to reschedule. I screwed everything up. We have things to do. And I'll say,
Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't want to sit down and talk with me.
Well, my original idea was, like, we'll get one person in the party, they'll say their side, and while the stream is recording, then they'll fall out, then we'll get the other person in the stream, they'll say their side, and they'll fall out, and the viewers who watch it put 2 and 2 together. And it's like, okay, this still makes sense, but like this and that don't make sense. And it's like, okay, this seems kind of fucked up. I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a screwed situation. But at the end of the day, there was no treason, there was no mutiny. It was members within the team as a whole decided that Captain Anarchy was a better leader than Greg. We unanimously decided as a team to keep Anarchy as the CO. However, Craig can see it how he sees it, the community can see it how they see it, but we had multiple teams that support. It was a drawn-out process over about a week and a half that we discussed this internally and with allies and other teams within the community, and it was a resounding response from everybody involved that with the history that Craig has had, that having Captain Anarchy as a CEO was a better choice for I can understand where Craig's coming from because he did found the team and it's his baby, but to actively and publicly undermine the service of individuals who are willing to sign on that dotted line and serve their country is uncalled for, especially coming from a video game. So that's where we take offense to it. Right, that's where we take offense to it. Like, he's claiming that he started field team to honor his father, who was a Marine, and that he wants the legacy of field team to be a team that's accepting of service members, but yet his actions speak louder than his words. And frankly, we take offense to that.
Seems kind of fucked up that someone who founds a team to honor like kind of what is simulate the military, or honor a family member that's been in the service. It seems kind of a little backwards. Again, asinine that they're going to talk trash against service members who are in the Marines or in the Navy, Army, Air Force, or God forbid, even the Coast Guard. They're going to talk trash about that. I mean, it don't
exactly.
make
And
sense
that's how we
because
see
really
it.
you're doing something that they're simulating to do, and
Right.
they're going to bash you for some petty bullshit.
At the end of the day, we decided that the best course of action was to declare war against Craig and his team. It's unfortunate it came down to this, but sometimes that's the only course of action you can take, because individuals just aren't willing to learn. They're not willing to realize that them spreading false allegations have consequences, and we decided that those allegations need to be dealt with on a
Yeah.
severe level.
Yeah, stuff like that, I mean, coming from anyone shouldn't really be tolerated. And that's just my opinion
Right.
on it.
Right. I mean, I respect Craig's father for what he did. You know, he's part of the Brotherhood, but I feel like it's a great disservice to his father to go around blaming service members of stolen valor when he has absolutely no proof whatsoever, other than hearsay from third party. And frankly, to call out, especially a combat vet who, you know, gave up so much, lost buddies, and you know, was in the fight, to call him out for stolen valor is that's unforgivable in my eyes.
I'm surprised the guy's
we
not
take that
looking
very
for him.
seriously.
I mean, it's being said to him, it's like, fuck it, dude.
We discussed it. The service members of the team discussed it, and we talked to Captain Anarchy, and we decided, as a command level, that instead of backdooring it and going about this in a dishonorable way, that we would make it known to the community what Craig is about, that we would handle this in a grown-up manner. Not to say we aren't pissed off. It is very upsetting because at the end of the day, this is a video game. And, to call someone out for that from behind a controller is it's pretty weak in my eyes, especially when you never signed that dotted line. You never took that oath and swore to defend this country with everything up to your life. To call out a service member, it's just unforgivable. And this unfortunately, you know, there's have consequences, and we decided to take action.
Chesty Polar is readying his knife hands. He's gonna perform a resurrection. Watch it.
Hey, you really gotta watch out for you really gotta watch out for Mattis's knife hand. That could cut through
Mattis's
diamond.
This knife hand kill radius is global. You cannot outrun
It
it.
is. No, you cannot.
It's like I'm fucking prior Navy man. I won't even fuck with Mattis. Not even say a joke about like MRE crayons. Like fuck that, man. I'm not gonna die. Yeah. I mean, it's good to hear like what happened, what transpired. Just get your side of it on out there. I mean, we're kind of disappointed that MSOR dropped out. I mean, apparently it was going to be
I don't know if you've seen the doc. I don't know if you've seen the doc. Our big thing is that we don't. Reaper and myself, when we wrote it, decided that for them to continue claiming to represent the United States Marine Corps, while at the same time disrespecting members of the Marine Corps, is unacceptable. And so that is the big part of this doc, is that we want to see SWORD disband, and we don't want to see them as a team that represents the Marine Corps. If they want to stick around in the community, want to file under different branch of service, that's fine in our eyes. We don't have any issue with that, but for them to come to the Marine Corps is not acceptable whatsoever. I got buddies in MARSOC, and I know that that's not what they're about, and I think that's disrespectful to the men that go out there every day and sacrifice everything.
Yeah.
But at the end, it is a video game. But when you claim to represent the Marine Corps, I feel like you should hold yourself to a higher standard. That's what we preach to everybody that comes on our team: is yes, this is a video game, but if you're going to hold our tags, if you're going to be part of a team that tries to represent the Marine Corps in a good light, you're gonna abide by those core principles of honor, courage, and commitment. And if you can't do that, you don't belong. And to see another team claim to represent the Marine Corps and falsely accuse Corvettes of stolen valor is goes against everything that they should believe in.
Yeah. I mean, any Marine team, like any Milsim Marine team out there is probably watching this. Big thing you want to remember is no matter what, you always have to go by core values in the Marines. Same thing, it's the same as the Navy's honor, courage, commitment. 3 simple words, and it's real easy just to follow them.
And I don't want to make Field Team out to be like we're perfect. We're not without sin. There are things that we always have to work on, and there's deficiencies we always have to correct because at the end of the day, everyone's human, and not everybody in the team is a vet, and there's people that just need to learn how to understand it. But for a fact, none of my guys would ever accuse someone of stolen valor without undisputable proof, and that's the issue we have.
All right, brother. Thank you for taking us on the stream, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Hopefully, if MSOR decides to come on board the stream, of course we'll post it. Like, say, all right, the stream is this time. Our guest is going to be MSOR, but we can only do.
Yeah, I'd love to hear from Craig. We have yet to hear from Craig. Crusader's been doing all the talking for him. It's unfortunate.
It was going to be him and Craig on the stream, but as soon as they saw the little saying someone from FT is going to be on board the stream, and I guess it was who they saw was stream, just kind of made them backtrack.
Well, I've never been one to stand down from somebody.
We were.
So,
I was thinking at the same time, like, we can just keep this under wraps, not really post saying FT's gonna be here, but MSOR do their talk, and it's bring in FT. And it's roundtable discussion part 2. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's one way to do it, but I think doing it individually is better because it keeps the keeps everything civil. I don't think that Craig and I haven't talked since he left the team, and we ended on bad blood. So I don't think it would have been probably would have digressed very quickly. But I'd love to hear from him and hear his side of the story. If you can't get him on, great. I think the community should see all sides of the story because
Exactly.
At the end of the day, everybody has their own opinion. Everybody sees everything differently, and to have one side of the story is a great disservice to the community as a whole. Because I can talk for FT, but I can't talk for MSOR. I can't talk for 11th MU, and I will never try to talk for the community as a whole. Everyone's different, but we want to bring this to light and show the community that what he's done is not acceptable, and we won't accept it. We need to set that precedent, because if we allow this to go, stopping the next guy from doing the same thing. When you allow that to happen, us ensues, and there's already enough hostility within the community. The last thing we need is to see it torn apart from petty BS.
We're free for them to come on board tomorrow. I even told Crusader that, but apparently they want to see 1800 next Monday. But we're gonna try to talk to them, see if we can get them on board for tomorrow night. Again, Packer,
It's just odd for us that we've never heard from. We haven't heard from Craig yet. continuing to let his junior enlisted, take the brunt of this war, and it's sad to see that he's not leading from the front. I'd like to see that, to see him sort of succeed, but
has there
Craig
already
at the
been a
helm,
fight?
I don't think.
Like, has there already been, or
We were in their server yesterday, a training server or Firewatch server. So we were in their pub server yesterday and sat in there. They came in briefly and saw a field team with our allies in force, and so there has not been a fight, but we sat in there for a couple hours yesterday and kind of just shot at ghosts. But if we could have a grown-up discussion and talk to their command staff, their CO, the man who runs the team, that would be preferable. But that has yet to happen. We've talked to Crusader, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, it should really be just heart-to-heart conversations, something like that. But we get
Yeah, it should. It should.
Alright, man. Well, I'm gonna let you go. That's pretty much all we got for the stream today. Again, man, thanks for taking time to join us.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Alright. And like always, we'll make sure the stream is posted on YouTube here real quick. Unless I'm too drunk to move. Gotta get that rum, man. Rum and Coke. Oh, and before we forget, tonight's stream is unofficially sponsored in part by the Kraken Black Spiced Rum. So, running jokes and shit. Alright, brother.
There you go,
Good talking
brother.
to you.
Hey, good talking to you too. You have a good one.
Alright, man. Cheers. Ugh, shit. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you heard FT's side of the story. MSOR, if you are listening to this, whether you're on the stream right now or watching it through YouTube, we would like to have you on board tomorrow, Monday. Next Monday seems a bit far off. I mean, tomorrow night, or hell, even Wednesday night would work for us. That way, we can get your side out to the community as soon as possible. Not sure why MSOR canceled out at the last minute, but I'm a betting man, and if I had to bet, it had something to do with the notification that someone from FT was going to be on the stream. But folks, those watching, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for following us on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. To those who are subscribed to us on YouTube, we will make sure that this video is up by midnight tonight. And again, thank you for tuning in. This is Salty Squid. You guys have a good one.